morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host, Andrea Hawk. So I thought I'd be a little festive today with my little Santa hat, since we're going to be focusing on holiday-themed daily creative challenges this week. So it doesn't actually fit super well. It's my cat's. I didn't have like a human-size hat. So we'll see how long this stays on. I don't know. Welcome everyone in the chat. We've got Rosie, hi Paco, Jan, ES Art and D, Tim, Beck. Welcome everyone, and I hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm gonna hop on over to behance.net/challenge/xd, and I just realized my music wasn't on, so let's turn that on too. All right. So it just looks so funny with the Santa. Okay, I actually tried to put some like Christmas lights along here, but since I have the green screen, you couldn't see any of the green lights, so it wasn't really working. Anyway, so welcome to the Daily Creative Challenge, everyone. If you're new here, go ahead and register with that big blue button up here, and that will send you notifications every day at 8 a.m. in your Creative Cloud app up here to be notified about what the new challenge is each day. So how does it work? Each day I'll give you a new challenge. It's really just for your own benefit, to learn something new, get feedback on your work, create a really nice portfolio piece. So be sure to join our community chat over on Discord. I'll hop on over there in a second, but it's a really great community, lots of awesome conversations going on over there. Be sure to watch our daily live show every day here at 11:30 Pacific time, except for the weekends. We give you guys a break on the weekends. And lastly, be sure to just share your work on Discord and Behance. So sorry if you heard the motorcycle in the background. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll on down, see what we've been working on. So last week we were kind of working on components a lot, since it is a relatively new feature in XD, and I feel like it's very useful. Like you can use it for almost any instance. So on Tuesday, we worked on custom perfumes and colognes website. We did some hover triggers on a furniture store digital instruction manual on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we created that web app for personalized messages and cards, and we worked on drop downs there. And last Friday, we worked on some really neat fireplace with auto animate apps, and you guys created a lot of those, so I have some pulled up and we can review those at the end. So today we're going to design an e-commerce mobile app for buying holiday decor, and we're going to focus on using CC libraries. So of course, if you'd like to download that starter file, you can get it from Dropbox right here. Just hit download, direct download. And then if you want to rewatch any of these, just hit watch video. So I'm going to hop into Discord. This is where you can join if you're not already a member. My hat's fallen off. So I'll pull that up over here. So we've got about 28,000 of you guys over on Discord right now. Really great community. Just to highlight a few of the channels, if you're new, check out the Creative Challenge channel. This is where we post all of the daily prompts, and of course any of the feedback channels. So if you're posting your work for the current challenge, post it in here. If you're working on the past one or just anything else design related, you can post it in that channel. All right, so that is a bit about Discord. Yeah, you guys have some really cool ones for the one on Friday, the fireplace app. So I'll review a few of those at the end of the stream, but let's go ahead and hop on over into our starter file. Okay, so like I mentioned, today we're going to be designing, oh, the hat's fallen off. Oh, sorry guys. I wanted to keep it on, but it's just not staying on. All right, so today, like I mentioned, we're going to be designing a holiday e-commerce mobile app. So think like a place where you can buy, your ornaments and your holiday lights and things like that. So I want you to focus on using CC libraries. And this is relatively new in XD actually, with the recent November release. So I'm going to show you where that is and how you can easily drag and drop images that you've added from like Photoshop or Illustrator very easily. So below this, I've got some inspo of just some different apps. There wasn't a whole ton of great examples, I thought, but you can think of like Michael's, where you can buy ornaments online. Joann's, they have some holiday, products that you can buy online as well. And then this app, I just thought this was fun, Decorate Your Christmas Tree app. So think of like just decor for holidays. And yeah, so below this, I've got some resources. As always, feel free to check out these links, some icons, photos, fonts, places where I like to find those. And of course, be sure to share your work on Discord and Behance when you're done. And if you share on Discord or on Behance, be sure to share with that keyword XD Daily Challenge so that we can find your work and give you feedback. So I've got a few artboards already set up right here, ready to go. And I'm just going to start with the background. So I'm really only going to focus on 2 pages, so just the home page and then the products page. And as always, I usually do like sort of a border. So I'm going to start with that. And then we'll make the inside sort of this like tannish color. Bring this up a bit. So I just want the border to be like super thin. That looks good. Okay, so now we're going to start bringing in some of our assets from our Creative Libraries panel. So to get there, you just go up to File, Open CC Libraries. And then this pop-up will appear. And I already have this drop-down, this group for all of my DCC's Daily Creative Challenges for this week. So you can see I have some assets already added in here. So I'll go ahead and drag this one down to my assets artboard. And what I want to do is just bring this to the back. I want to mask this behind this tan rectangle. So to do that, I just did Command and then the left bracket to bring it back. And then I'm going to do Command Shift M to mask it. Okay, so this will be the home page. And okay, let me back up a little bit and I'll tell you how I got all of these items in here. So usually if I know I'm going to be creating a bunch of like product images. So on the products page, I know I want to just show like a bunch of these with the price and like the item description below each photo. So in that case, I usually go over to Adobe Stock and then I'll just search up like Christmas ornaments or something like that, like Christmas flat lay. Flat lays usually have a lot of good stock images. So that way you can have a bunch of items that all kind of match. And usually they have a nice little shadow behind them. And then I'll just take it into Photoshop when I download it and I just cut around each of these items so they're each individual photos, and then you can bring them into Photoshop CC library and then they'll just appear in your CC library across any Creative Cloud app. So if you're bringing it into Illustrator or Illustrator to XD and vice versa. So XD, you can put it in this this pop-up and it will appear same place in Photoshop or whatever other app as well. So that's really cool. Or if you just want to, you just downloaded some images in your downloads folder, you can just drag them into XD and then all you have to do to add them to your CC Libraries panel is just select the item and then press this plus button down here and then press graphic, and then, I already have it here, but that's how it would appear. So it's super easy, very quick. I've found you don't even need to close out of programs anymore. You used to kind of be able or have to do that, but now it's just instant, so really nice. So on the home page, I'm just gonna, let me close out of this for a second. And I'm gonna make just like a title area with the CTA button, call to action. So let's grab our text tool and we'll say like 2019 season, just for a little like subheader. And I have some little character styles already picked out. And so I want this to look kind of like artisanal, just very modern, but still like soft and friendly. So I'm using, what is this font? Adobe Garamond Pro, so something serify I was going for. And then let's say like holiday shop for the main text. Just center that. And then below that, I'll add just a line. Make this tan and bring it up to 2 points. Bring these together a bit. And then I just need a CTA button. So I'm just going to keep this pretty simple because I want it to be very clean, really focus on the photos instead of all the text. And we'll make this a deep green color. That's kind of nice. And then the text will say like shop holiday decor, or shop holiday is fine. Bring this to the center and group those together. Okay. So that looks good. Let's go ahead and group all of these items. So I'll just Command G to group. And then at the top, of course, I need like a little menu. So I'll just add this little 2 dots for like a drop-down menu, keeping it simple. And then we need a search box to be able to search stuff. Just add in a rectangle, and then I'll copy some of this text and I'll just say search. Very simple. Make it pretty small. And I already have a search icon down here. I just don't want to overwhelm the user on this page. Just make it very simple, kind of classic Christmassy. Okay. So that looks pretty good. Now we can hop on over to the products page. Let me check if there are any questions so far. Franco said, now I want to see a cat with a Santa hat. Yeah, my cat Sprinkle, she's not going to make an appearance this week, but maybe sometime in the future. She looks pretty cute with it. Cool. Okay, so I'm just going to copy these backgrounds, paste them on the next page. And what I want to do is, if I had more time, I could auto-animate this to kind of go up. So it's like the header's moving up, and as we scroll up, all of these elements kind of fade away. So I'm just going to leave this at the top. I'll maybe use another mask in here to make it a little smaller. I don't really want to show the feet on the second page. The first page is cute, but we don't need too much feet. That's a little too much. And then I can copy this, and I'm going to make just like a smaller header up here. So I can remove that CTA since we just want to get to this page from that shop holiday CTA. And then let's just add like some subtext, like make this not caps. Artisanal wrapping and decor. Something kind of fancy sounding. Okay. And then I will center this. And those should all be grouped. Oops. Yes. Make this a little bit smaller, honestly. Move these up a bit. Okay. Sometimes I could get so into the details. All right, so below this, now I want to focus on some of the other photos that I have in my CC Libraries page. So what I'm going to do is add another background behind all of these items. Like a tan background so we can see the photos a little bit better. So let's make this nice tan color, and then I'll send it back a bit by doing the keyboard shortcut Command and then left bracket. Or you could just go over into your layers panel right here and physically like move it somewhere else. And I'll go back to my assets panel, do those rounded corners down a bit. And now, so first I want to add just like a filter button, and I have this little drop down arrow right here. So we want to be able to filter some of the products that we're searching for. Usually you need that on pretty much every like product page if you have a lot of products. So let's make this green, send that back 1 or 2, and just copy some text, and we'll say filter. Keep it easy. And then we can just group all of these together. So grouping is Command G. Okay. So now below this, I can start adding a grid, and usually with grids, I mean, it depends what the content is, but for this one, I want people to keep scrolling, and generally when I do that, I like to do something that's like different sizes of boxes, because like there's this statistic out there about why Pinterest used different size boxes. So not everything's all like just the same size grid like this, and it's just all in perfectly neat rows. Everything's kind of mismatched sizes, and that they did some testing, and it helps keep people on the site like forever. And if you've ever, spent an hour or whatever on Pinterest, you'll know that that's true. Like it, because you can always see a little bit more of the next photo, so it encourages you to keep going. So I'm gonna try something like that. And okay, so those look pretty good. Now I'm gonna group these together, and instead of creating like 50 of these different boxes, this is gonna be my main kind of component of those 4 boxes, and then I'll just copy those down. So I need to use a repeat grid, but I need to move this out of the way, my assets panel, so I can repeat grid this down a bit. So let's make like, yeah, that's good. We don't need too many, just for demo purposes. Okay. And then let's go ahead and drag the rest of the screen down as well. So we need to, one thing though I do need to do is leave some room for the text below each of these. So I'm actually gonna adjust this a little bit. Just a little bit of room. Okay, move these down a little bit. Okay, so that's a little better. We can group those. Let's move this back up here. And then we can just add some text. So let's say like craft scissors, I know is one of the photos that I'm gonna use. Let's make this like 20 or so. A little smaller maybe. Okay. And then I'll add the price. So we'll say like $10. And maybe a little description below, like black handle or something like that. And make this a little smaller. Okay. So now we can reuse all of these as well. So let's copy this, paste it underneath. Again, it's just a lot of copy and pasting. Makes things easier. And let's, in order to be able to scroll on this page, I need to just move the whole artboard down. So I have room for some of these. Okay. So now we can just select everything, group all of these. I think I have an extra of this one. Okay. And now we can repeat grid this whole thing. So let's go ahead and do that. Just drag it on down. That looks good. Okay. And I'll make the page a little bit longer as well. So now all I need to do is go to my CC Libraries panel, open that up again. And I have all these images, so I can just start dropping these in. And you'll see whenever we did a repeat grid, it'll repeat whatever photo was the same for that particular square. And that's fine because this is just a demo. Do a little gauze, we'll add the scissors, and maybe this little eucalyptus plant. Okay, so that was super easy. All we really needed to do was create our repeat grid. I do want to make this background white. Oh, it is already white, okay. Let me move this up a bit. Okay. Well, that looks fine. So it's super easy with CC Libraries. All you have to do is go up to File and open CC Libraries and drag all of these items. And you'll notice because I had different sized rectangles and squares for this grid, that's why I had to insert all of these, into the separate boxes. But if you just do something like just squares and they're all the same, so let's show that. Do repeat grid across and going down. Then I could just like grab all of these, let's say, and drag them in here, and it would add whatever photos you want into each of those instead of having to do it individually. So that is a little trick. So that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and preview this real quick. So I'm just going to bring this CTA button over to our second page, and then we already know that we can scroll with the rest of this, so I will fix this position. So let's preview this, see how it looks. So we've got our home page, shop holiday, and then we can scroll through the rest of these. So pretty simple using CC Libraries. Love that. All right, so let's Command S to save, and now we can head on over to Behance. So make sure if you're adding your work to Behance, let me open up my project that I already started. Go over to the settings panel, and we have 3 tabs over here. So make sure in Discoverability tab, you have that keyword XD Daily Challenge so that we can find your work and give you feedback if you like it. So I usually like to add the actual MP4 prototype. I think I added that, yeah, with like a little nice background, just so you can see it in an actual mock-up, see the actual prototype, clicking through. I think that looks nice. So now let's go ahead and save, and I can look at some of you guys' work. So usually I'll just go to Behance and I'll type in XD Daily Challenge, and then I'll search by projects and most recent. So, ooh, this one looks really cool. Okay. This one's by Niklas. Let's see, we got Niklas Moeller. And this was the Campfire app. I was really curious to see what you guys were going to do with the Campfire app. All right, so live wallpaper. Oh, that's a good idea. Make it a live wallpaper too. That's so cool. Okay, let's see what you got. So this was Friday's challenge, and we used Auto Animate to edit some flames and make it look like it's moving. This looks so cool. And you did the glow in the background too. You have the little sparks coming up. Wow. This one is really awesome. I love that. Very subtle. Yeah, I would totally use that for a background. Okay, let's look at another one. I saw a lot on Discord, so I might have to look on there first. Let's see this one. This is by Novell Singh. Thank you for sharing. And let's see, it's called Digiflames. Very nice. Let's look at the prototype. Ooh, okay, so we can change the color. We've got the intensity, warm, medium, and cool. And we can add some music as well. Very nice. That's so cute, those little mini flames up at the top coming off. That looks so great. Awesome, maybe like one more. And this one is by Donna. Let's see. It's called Ember. Ooh, very nice. You got the, got some settings over here. We've got the glow in the background. Very nice, Donna. Well, thank you guys all so much for sharing with me. That is about all the time that we have left for today, unfortunately, but I'll be checking you guys' work in Discord and giving you some feedback if you'd like it. So be sure to share your work over there. In about 5 minutes, stay tuned because we've got Amy Chen, and she will be here for our 2-hour Adobe XD segment. And I'll be back again tomorrow at 11:30. Bye guys, have a great day.